is setting unrealistic expectations and setting a beauty standard for all genders that cannot be met because it's not reality. Welcome to Thursday, and welcome to another video in which I discuss things on the internet surrounding problems I think need to be discussed. Probably. Yes, we'll go with that. If you're watching this, you're probably new to the channel, in which case, welcome, this is my channel. The subs have been booming recently over the last week or so, which is really nice to see. So thank you for tolerating my channel and thank you for tolerating my oversized forehead. I do really appreciate it. So today we're going to be discussing something that I deem to be quite a problem. And it's probably quite obvious from the title of the video, because you've probably clicked on it for that reason. But obviously before I get on with the video, we must do a few things. The challenges have been doing bits recently. You've absolutely slapped them all over the place and it's phenomenal to see. I say 500 likes in 24 hours. You say 500 likes in 3 hours. I say fair play. Bloody unreal, bloody phenomenal stuff. We're going to do it again. I'm going to bump up even more. Here's a challenge for you right now if you're watching this video. 750 likes in the first 24 hours. That's a like goal, that's a challenge. If we reach that, it shows me that you like these types of videos and want to see more of them. Therefore, I shall produce more of them because I don't want to create content that you don't want to see. And if it's not benefiting you, I don't want to create it because I don't want to waste your time. If you haven't already, which I know a lot of you haven't, I'm seeing you, I'm watching you. The analytics, they're seeing you too. They're telling me a fair few of you aren't subscribed to the channel. It would really mean a lot to me if you did commit to the subscription and click the red button down below and perhaps even the bell next to it to get notified when I do upload. Regardless of whether you subscribe or not, I just appreciate you investing your time into this video, so thank you for doing so. And at the end of the video, you know we've got comment question of the week, so ask me a question in the comment section, I'll answer it at the end of the next video. Halloween is approaching. The headwear is going to try and reflect that to some degree, in most cases. Play golf on my head, why not? Now that's out of the way. Can you stop creaking? We're cracking on with the video. A few months ago now actually, I did a video regarding Chrissy Chella and her alleged Photoshop. You see obviously the radiator is a bit warped. There's inconsistencies within this image. And the top comment on this subreddit, r/Instagram reality, is she really does have a killer body though. Not sure why she photoshops. I think there are a few things to kind of think about when you are looking at these influencers and potentially Photoshop images. The first question you have to ask yourself is why? Why are they doing this? When you do post your stuff online, you are subject, unfortunately, to a lot of criticism from however many people are viewing your content. Which is a shame because the internet can really bring people together. It can really remove geographical limitations and help with the forming of friendships, bonds, whatever it may be. There is also another side of the internet, which I'm sure many of you are aware of, which is the trolls, the negativity. I've seen some of Chrissy's comments on her photos and they're quite nasty actually, making negative comments about her body, etc, which again is just unacceptable. It's not appropriate, and frankly I don't think it's right for people to feel like they have the right to comment negatively about the appearance of somebody else, and especially when considering how that could impact someone's mental health, how that could impact their body image, and that kind of follows onto why people might be doing things like this. I'm not saying this is okay, absolutely not. I don't think Photoshop is okay whatsoever. I think it can promote a lot of unrealistic expectations that could be really damaging to consumers, but I'm trying to look at the argument from both sides. And put yourself into Chrissy's shoes, where you're posting something online and you're getting mass amounts of potentially negative feedback of people saying things that are quite harmful and hurtful about your body. When you have enough people saying that your body looks wrong, eventually you might even start believing it yourself. Could then contribute to the manipulation of images in a manner that could appeal to a wider audience. If somebody's expressing a negative opinion about your body, I don't think that's a reflection of you. I think it's a reflection of them and their insecurities, which is quite sad. I think these influencers are under a greater deal of pressure to look a certain way to appeal to the masses because part of their marketing is their body, how they look. Realistically, people should feel comfortable posting what they want to post because they want to post it and not fear negativity or fear negative reaction or negative response surrounding what they look like, what they're doing. And then you flip it onto the other side of things of how that can impact mental health. Unfortunately, it's not just Chrissy doing this. A lot of other names in the industry or just people in general who may not be deemed to be influencers are doing the same sort of thing. The grass around the suspect area in question is pretty blurry. Something looks a bit fishy there. And it's not just women doing this, the men are doing this too. I remember the Devon Physique, which is this dude here. You can see the clear difference. He was involved in a massive shred scandal years ago in which he was photoshopping his images and it was discovered. And he was also selling online tailored programs to people when he wasn't actually writing themselves. First of all, he's not even qualified. Second of all, I think his secretary was actually writing all of these plans for him and distributing them. He got absolutely slapped for that. So from one aspect, you have to understand why people are doing this, because of the societal pressures and the negativity surrounding unnecessary opinions and negative opinions given about their bodies and their physiques and their appearance online. Then you flip around to the consumers. How's this going to make you feel? A lot of us use social social media. And a lot of us go on social media and subconsciously compare our progress, our strength, our size, our physique, our body fat, our appearance to those of others we see online. Be that friends, be that influencers, whatever it may be. A lot of social comparisons occur. That is absolutely going to slaughter your self-esteem. Social media is a highlight reel. It's very much about showing and seeing the best of what is being displayed to you. It's not often you'll see failures. It's not often you'll have the raw honesty of, you know what, I tried this but I didn't succeed. I feel like I'm going to start singing Coldplay in a minute, but we're not going to. I'm going to hold it in because, let's be honest, anyone's heard me sing, you don't want to hear it. Trust me, horrendous. Even my videos, to some extent, are a highlight reel. Each video has anywhere from 45 to 70 minutes of raw footage. I'm cutting down 70 minutes of footage to the 12 what I deem to be best minutes to show you. You don't see the fumbles, you don't see me nearly falling off my chair multiple times, you don't see me forgetting to put my hat on until halfway through the video and having to refilm it. There are so many things you don't see. What you are seeing is what people want you to see. You're not seeing the 100 or 200 other photos that weren't chosen. Comparing yourself against what you see online is going to do nobody any favours. The photos you're seeing online don't actually look like the people you're seeing them posted by. I've run into many an influencer in my time. I've run into this guy, in fairness. I've actually seen this dude in person in LA back in 2015. And you'll see a lot of these influencers and you'll be like, you looked very different online. If you're consuming content that directly hinders you and harms you or makes you feel bad about yourself, that's not content worth consuming. You see someone, you go online and you find yourself comparing yourself to this person over and over again, you click the unfollow button. Even if it's me, if you're watching my content and for whatever reason you're comparing yourself to me and my content makes you feel bad, slap the unsubscribe, slap the unfollow, because if it's not benefiting you, it's not content you want to consume, because you've got to prioritize you and do what's best for you. Not only are you risking negatively impacting your body image, which is a horrible thing to have impacted, and it's not nice waking up and looking at yourself in the mirror and saying, you know what, I'm not happy with how I look. It's not nice having to layer up in the gym because you don't feel comfortable showing skin. It's not nice having to go do things or go around and covering up because you don't want someone to make a comment. If we're going to be completely honest with each other, I've gone through some pretty nasty episodes of body image myself. I've gone through periods of significant mental health battles. I've gone through periods of severe depression. I've gone through periods of addiction, and I lost a lot of weight. And when I lose a lot of weight, I layer up because I feel so insecure about my body. And the last thing I want to hear is someone say to me, Harry, you look like you've lost weight. They'll never realize how much that hurts inside. And the last thing you want is to consume content that's been manipulated, as being photoshopped, that's going to make you feel like you're inferior, you're not good enough, you're not worth something. And it's a shame that influencers and these people online feel comfortable posting this. Because yeah, sure, it boosts their ego because it makes them look fantastic online. Is a personal ego boost really worth sacrificing the mental health of potentially thousands of people? I look at these influencers, these bodybuilders, these whatever they may be online, and comparing my physique to theirs, comparing my strength to theirs perhaps, which then kind of further feeds the insecurities of my own body image that I already had. The thing to remember is this: you will never look like this person, because not even this person looks like this person, because the photos online aren't necessarily an accurate representation of what they really look like, and that's okay. You will look like you, and I think that's bloody fantastic. I think we need to normalise the feeling of being proud of looking like you. Looking like who we are, looking like an individual, looking like ourselves is a bloody blessing and a privilege. I think it's a shame that so many people fall victim to these comparisons that are negatively impacting their body image, likely enhanced by manipulation of images online. You should never feel like you need to cover up because you're not good enough. You should never feel like you need to put the layers on because you're inadequate, or maybe you don't look how you want to look, or maybe someone's going to make a comment about your body that you might not like and it might hurt you or negatively impact your mental health. Like, that shouldn't be the world we live in. Like I said, making unsolicited comments about people's appearance outside of, you look fantastic, keep it up, should not be encouraged, nor should they be deemed socially acceptable. You should be able to walk around the gym, walk around the town, walk around wherever you want to, wearing what you want to wear because you feel comfortable and confident in your own skin. And I speak about the saying you should do this when I'm guilty of it myself. In many cases I wear multiple layers to the gym because I don't feel particularly happy with myself. And in all honesty, my body image issues and my potentially body dysmorphia was further enhanced when I came off a lot of mental health related medication about 2 years ago, in which I lost about 45 pounds of body weight in 7 weeks because I went cold turkey and basically had to pay the price for the following year. Even in summer I'd wear 4 layers to the gym because I was so insecure and so scared of people making a comment like, you've lost weight. It's like, I know I've lost weight. I went through a period of life where things were pretty dark and pretty bad. Experience is a fantastic teacher. I can kind of relate to these body image related issues that you might be experiencing because I've experienced similar ones myself. I didn't understand depression until I didn't want to be alive anymore. That's when I really understood what depression was and how it felt. It was a privilege to experience that because although at the time life was not splendid, but you come out the other side with a newfound understanding and empathy for those who might have experienced it or similar things. So yeah, I do understand why people online are photoshopping their images, potentially like the one you're seeing right now, and that reason likely stems from personal insecurities, which is horrible. And those insecurities are likely due to the fact that people online are making unnecessary and unsolicited comments about their appearance, which has led them to potentially feel insecure and maybe battle body image related issues themselves, leading to the point in which they feel like they must manipulate photos online to appeal to an audience or to make other people happy. Prioritise what's best for you, your happiness and your health, be that physical or mental, and those who really deserve a place in your life will support you and feel happy with you. But potentially manipulating images like so, in which one leg is significantly smaller than the other, therefore there's been some potential hamstring, quad and glute enhancement there, is setting unrealistic expectations and setting a beauty standard for all genders that cannot be met because it's not reality. And I also think an element of this is the media, in which they have kind of promoted that hip dips aren't cool or hip dips should be avoided. We all have our shape, we all have our structure. We cannot change that. We can enhance it, we can build on it, but we cannot change our genetics. That's why I think the big focus should always be becoming the best version of yourself that you can be. Hip dips, no hip dips, hourglass waist, whatever it may be, who cares? If you look like you, I'm happy that you look like you, and you should feel happy that you look like you too. Again, if you're consuming content that harms your mental health, do not consume it. If it's not benefiting you, it's in the bin. Benefit, bin. If it's not here, it's here. That's it. That's the video. Those are my thoughts and opinions. Although I don't agree with mass manipulation of images whatsoever, I'm always going to try and do what I can to understand both sides of the stories and understand that why they might be doing this. Although it doesn't excuse or make up for what has been done, I think in many cases we need to look at the root cause of the issue. Maybe the Photoshop and manipulation issues are stemming from a lot of potential trolls online feeling like they have the right to give their opinion on other people's bodies when they don't, which is then causing Photoshop, which is then leading to social comparisons, which could then negatively be impacting your body image. So many things. It's like a domino effect. You've got to find the root cause if you want to address the problem, you know? But now, we must crack on with the comment question of the week very quickly. So I was watching More Plates, More Dates, and he was talking about a girl documenting her PED use on TikTok. In that video, he mentions that women who lift and want to gain muscle mass are doing themselves a huge disservice by taking birth control. Do you know if birth control drastically affects women's ability to gain muscle mass? Derek from More Plates, More Dates, one of my favourite channels, knows far more about this than I ever will. Based on my understanding, which is very limited, do not take this as gospel, this is just my very, very limited understanding. One of the primary hormones surrounding building muscle is testosterone. When you take birth control, a lot of them are hormone based, in which case they're estrogen based. Increasing estrogen levels whilst either not changing testosterone levels or potentially even lowering testosterone levels to some degree, depending, can have a negative impact on one's ability to gain muscle mass. But again, I'm not a doctor. This is just my understanding from what I've read online and based on a lot of Derek's videos in which he's covered this to some degree. But yeah, those are my thoughts and opinions on the question. If you made it this far in the video, obviously don't forget, 750 likes in the first 24 hours is the goal we're shooting for. If you haven't already, please do consider subscribing to the channel by clicking the red button down below and the bell next to it. And if you have a question you want me to answer at the end of the next video, drop it down below for comment question of the week and I shall do so. Thank you for tolerating my rant and waffle. Thank you for tolerating my opinion. And thank you for tolerating the video.